Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Investors getting in and traders getting out. Lots going on here in the crypto sphere. We have some short-term volatility ahead of us, potentially, continued short-term downside as we are trapped within a range of sideways that has been plaguing the market for the last couple months, shaking everyone around. However, institutional activity is still quite prominent. We have, Terra accumulating over $100 million more worth of Bitcoin. And we have 30,000 Bitcoins leaving major exchange Coinbase. If you don't know about Coinbase, it is a base located in the Republic of Coin. Drop a like on the video if you like the video, and be sure to subscribe. Now, Cardano here, it would appear bearish parameters have returned. So as we all know, ever since the 8th of April, when the Cell 4 and Supercell returned, we did reduce our EngineeringRobo based investment ratio according to bearish parameters met, and we were saved from a dramatic 10% in downside that followed. So we are just patiently waiting for bullish parameters to return. We still have the descending trend line of resistance overhead, in addition to some horizontal levels giving us a hard time as well. Further parameters we were waiting for before getting fully invested into Cardano here. We invest 20% at support, 30% when we get above that ascending trend line, and 50% based on EngineeringRobo. As I just mentioned, we have reduced our position relative to bearish Robo advisors here. We were waiting for daily candles to be opening and closing above the descending trend line for that 30% investment ratio. And the strongest level of currently resistance, $1.31, will be significant support. Once daily candles can open and close above it, at that level, we can invest our 20% support-based investment ratio. Currently, potentially, continued consolidation between $1.05 overhead. That is not a level we were suggesting you to invest at because it needed further solidification of its significance here. At the moment, technically resistance. Down below, we have 84 cents if we were to continue our way downward here. Another level we would need further solidification of, and to determine its significance at the moment, we are just waiting to see how we interact with it. The strongest horizontal level of support down below, sadly, isn't until the dreaded all the way down below there, 34 cents. That is going to be the strongest level of support if we were to continue our way downward and these bearish parameters were to remain here. We always go with the flow of crypto and watch out for EngineeringRobo. When you have a strategy, you can trade more tactically. And so at the moment, we are just waiting for bullish parameters to return here. With this combination of Robo advisors, you are saved from a crippling 66% in downside between September of 2021 into February of 2022 here. Utilizing the sell 4 and bearish cross, you were saved from this dramatic downside and losing over half of your investment. With the super buy and buy 4 in July of last year, you doubled your money trading Cardano, experiencing up to 140% in gains over the following month. We have another instance of, bearish parameters here, saving us from some crippling downside. 32% in downside following the Supercell and Cell 4 between May and June of 2021. And we have another instance of upside here. If we zoom out roughly 5,000 years ago tomorrow, we have the super buy and buy 4, a far more bullish combination between November and April of 2020 into 2021 there. Your investment into Cardano experienced 1,311% in upside before technical bearish parameters were met. So we go with the flow of crypto and watch out for EngineeringRobo. Right now, we just need further confirmations of some horizontal levels in play and the return of bullish Robo advisors to become more comfortably bullish on short-term continued gains here. In my opinion, I find it very difficult to be bearish on cryptocurrency overall currently, but in the immediate short term here, continued slappening may just be what needs to be happening. So regardless of Bitcoin price action, institutional buying could be a big narrative again as 30,000 Bitcoin leave Coinbase. A recent executive order from the President of the United States designed to investigate various aspects of the cryptocurrency ecosystem has seemingly not deterred large volume investors looking for exposure. We have an image from Crypto Quant showing and visualizing other instances where a large outflow of Bitcoin occurred from major exchanges here, and it would appear, similar instances throughout 2021. We see Bitcoin leaving exchanges, and then upside followed earlier in 2021 as well. We have a similar instance of Bitcoin leaving exchanges, which was then followed by upside. And then currently, we have Bitcoin leaving exchanges yet again near a level of support. It would appear, in my opinion, during times of extreme fear, we may anticipate continued potential, move upward if history were to repeat itself. Meanwhile, a major buyer of the year here, it would appear, we mentioned this in an article very recently, in addition to MicroStrategy accumulating thousands of Bitcoins, we have Terra accumulating, thousands of Bitcoins as well, purchasing 2,633 Bitcoins valued at roughly over $105 million within the last few days. Terra and MicroStrategy have become a couple of the largest individual wallets that hold Bitcoin at the moment, and so there are only so many Bitcoins to be accumulated here. We are very quickly running out, and once these, multi-billion-dollar conglomerates really catch on, we will very quickly run out of them entirely. While it will take another 100 years to mine the last remaining Bitcoin, it will take a far shorter amount of time for, global adoption to fully consume the current circulating supply. But let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto during times of extreme fear here. It would appear, institutional activity is very prominent. So speaking of Terra, we have Luna here against USDT. Price action currently interacting with resistance overhead. Watch out for $99.58. That is a level giving us a hard time just above there. In addition to resistance present, we have bearish Robo advisors in play. The sell for and heck have been here ever since the 10th of April. So we are not investing, heavily at the moment. The buy for and moon back in February, though, allowed you to experience 79% in gains here over the following month after bullish Robo advisors. And with this most recent sell for and heck, you were able to capitalize on 41% ROI buying and selling with EngineeringRobo. We are waiting for the return of bullish parameters met here. It would appear the strongest levels of support down below, sadly, may not be until perhaps $50.53. That could be a level here to give us support similar to an interaction relative to the end of January into the beginning of February of this year. However, the strongest horizontal level is going to be $39.26. That is going to be a much more significant level of support that I anticipate continued interaction toward, as long as bearish Robo advisors are in play. However, we just mentioned $50, maybe a psychological level that could hold us. We would need further solidification of that level to determine its significance here. At the moment, we go with the flow of crypto and watch out for EngineeringRobo. The buy for and golden cross back in July of 2020 let you experience up to 562% in gains before bearish Robo advisors allowed you to capitalize on 367% ROI. The buy for and golden cross yet again throughout November of 2021, you saw up to 71% in gains, and you still capitalized on technically 14% ROI with the sell for and heck. And bearish Robo advisors have saved you from, a crippling 37% correction throughout January of this year. So we go with the flow of Robo and crypto. Bitcoin here currently still sideways, interacting with my pink range of stink. $40,000 to $42,000 per Bitcoin is resistance and sell pressure overhead. Bearish Robo advisors in play. Does suggest continued interaction toward my descending trend line here, and or perhaps my support level, $34,655 per Bitcoin, is a very bullish potential bottom forming that we are looking for continued solidification of. So with bearish robo advisors in play, we are just waiting for the return of bullish robo advisors, and we will then reinvest into Bitcoin accordingly. We go with the flow of crypto and watch out for engineering robo. It is key to have feelings and opinions, as that makes this fun and interesting. However, trading with a strategy, you go about it more tactically. You just wait for your parameters to be met and you act accordingly. I still find it very difficult to be bearish on Bitcoin and crypto. The whole space is making moves it never has before, and I still believe a six-figure target here is awaiting Bitcoin. However, will take a few more steps before we can get there. The fear and FOMO zone is used to determine longer-term entries and exits in and out of Bitcoin. Here, it would appear we have coming from the fear zone back in 2020. We have yet to see the FOMO zone. At the moment, we could be prophesizing a hypothetical, interaction with the fear zone, which would be perhaps the last necessary evil we need to experience before we can continue our way to the elusive six-figure level. The FOMO zone suggesting $180,000 per Bitcoin is a potential more reasonable top. You want to be, heavily considering taking profit when the market is under extreme FOMO and traders are buying the top, afraid of missing out on gains. However, they already have because they are currently panic selling and afraid to be buying right now. You want to be accumulating during times of extreme fear, picking up your heavily discounted digital asset. Right now, we just may need one final, dip, pullback, a flash crash, one little shakeout, a little tantrum we need to throw before we can make our way upward here. Let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto. Thank you so much for tuning in, and tune in for the next one.